What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys an extra special battle featuring some pretty wonky shenanigans featuring two Yveltals. My opponent's team, Penguin's team on the right-hand side, is going to be Ray, Ambipom, Yveltal, and Smeargle going up against my Gengar, Yveltal, Mawile, and Landorus. This game is pretty long, so I'm going to get right into it, but like I said, this game is pretty ridiculous, and it goes down to the wire. So we're going to lead off Gengar Yveltal. I have potential for just big KOs with my Life Orb Gengar, as well as setting up potential tailwinds with Yveltal. Now the reason why I led this lead is because my opponent had an Ambipom in the team preview. So what this does is it pretty much forces him to fake out my only fake outable target, and it lets me get a free attack off with my Gengar. So we're going to start off seeing him go Mega Ray, gain that Delta Stream ability to give it a little bit extra bulk if I'm going to be coming in with any Ice, Rock, Electric attacks or anything like that. I know I talk about its ability all the time, not really going to play that big of a factor this game. So like I said, we're just going for a Protect. I know he expects me to Tailwind, so I'm going to play into what he expects, I guess. We're going to get a free Sludge Bomb off on the Ambipom, and since we get a one-hit KO off, we can assume that it was a Life Orb Ambipom. I mean, we have to assume that at this point. It could have been a King's Rock variant with like Fake Out and Fling. It's kind of hard to tell, but what we do know is that it doesn't have a Sash, and that this Smeargle right here most definitely has the Sash. So starting up turn 2, remember turn 1 the Rayquaza Dragon's Descended into Yveltal's Protect. Mega Rayquaza actually gains significant boost to speed after Mega Evolving, so if they are jolly, they do become faster than my timid Gengar. And Gengar, I was just risking it for the biscuit right there. He is going to go down, as Smeargle is going to get that Dark Void off. Smeargle being the worst Pokemon ever created by the Pokemon Company. And it's a pain, and I think it should be banned, because this Pokemon is stupid. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, my Pokemon's asleep, and he got a Moody proc to his speed. And this Pokemon is so stupid, but we're going to continue with the game. We're going to come in with our Landorus here. The score is all evened up. I do have a sleeping Yveltal, but I mean, Smeargle's like a one-trick pony. I mean, once I get through all this, my Yveltal is going to wake up. Remember that we did intimidate the physical Rayquaza, so my Landorus is going to stick on the board for pretty long. Note that he goes for a Waterfall there. Instead of going for a Dragon's Ascent, I actually think it's smarter to go for Dragon's Ascent. Because Waterfall is a 75 base move, right? So if you super effective boost it, it's going to go up to 150. Whereas Dragon's Ascent is a 120, but if you boost it by Rayquaza's Stab, it gains that 50% boost and goes up to 180. So in that situation, Dragon's Ascent would have hit harder. Maybe he was hoping for the flinch. Maybe he was just not wanting to reduce his stats through the use of Dragon's Ascent. I don't really know what he's going for there, but since we see Dragon's Ascent this turn, we can assume that he's fine with using Dragon's Ascent. And I know you guys think I just forgot to talk about it, but that Smeargle totally transformed into Ray. It's like, oh my god, a double rainbow, right? That's the joke right there. Double Rayquaza bow all the way across the sky. But yeah, he has two Rays, and I actually think him going into Rayquaza with the transform is really beneficial for me as the opponent. I mean, that Smeargle's way faster than all my Pokemon, and if I were to ever wake up, he would just be able to Dark Void me again. So him not having a Dark Void on the board, and just having a useless Rayquaza, is perfectly fine with me. We switch into Mawile here, get a second Intimidate on that first Ray. I guess we get a second Intimidate on the other one too, because it doesn't transform, copy, or boost, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know that much about Transform. Don't really use it all that much, because I don't tend to go that far into the gimmick tree. But we are going to go Mega Mawile here, and we're going to showcase a really cool thing about my team. So remember, Yveltal has the ability Dark Aura, which boosts the power of all Dark-type moves on the board by 33%. So that is including Mawile's Sucker Punch, sorry about that. But remember that the Ray transformed off the other Ray, who had a defense drop from Dragon's Ascent. So that's why I think Transform copies all their stats, is because he just got one-shotted by a Sucker Punch. And unfortunately, we are going to lose my Mawile. This makes the score 2-2. And my Yveltal will finally awaken. And I go for an Oblivion Wing. I probably should have went for a Dark Pulse, but we go for the Oblivion Wing. Going to restore a ton of HP with this move. Remember, it restores, I think, 80% of all damage done. And he's coming in with his Yveltal here, and I'm like, holy moly. I think I'm in a good spot though, because this is going to be the third Intimidate I've put up onto his Rayquaza. I'm feeling pretty confident here, and it's pretty much just looking like I should be able to wrap this one up. But as you guys can see, there's still like 8 turns left in this game. It's ridiculous. So it goes for another Waterfall. At this point, I even think I would have went for the Waterfall, because you have to flinch it. You have to flinch my Landorus if you want to win the game. And he's going to go for a Heat Wave instead. And I know we Yveltal gets Heat Wave. My Yveltal used to have it. But look at this guy with his Heat Wave getting a burn on my Landorus. Can you believe that? Heat Wave burning my Landorus is the worst thing. Note that I went for the Oblivion Wing on his Rayquaza. A lot of people were saying when I was streaming, don't do that, just target his Yveltal with your Yveltal. But if I would have missed this Rock Slide, or my Landorus would have went down, I would have needed to do that. I mean, I do think that I played it way too safe going for the target on his Ray, but I would have just lost the game if I missed or didn't have a chance to attack it. So we're going to go for a Rock Slide here. Look how much damage this does. I would have done so much more if I wasn't burned, and we're going to lose Landorus. So it's Yveltal versus Yveltal for like 7 more turns. I wish I could just speed this up. I don't even really have a way to speed it up, but we're pretty much just going to be spamming Oblivion Wing. So if you were me, what would you do here? Now, we can both just spam Oblivion Wing. A lot of people were saying I could go for Protects, but we're fighting a guy who has all shiny Pokemon, right? We're fighting a guy that has all shinies. It should be pretty obvious we're running very similar sets, full HP, full special attack. We have to know he has PP maxes on all his Pokemon, because they're all hacked. And I don't have any hacks. I have the regular in-game Yveltal. It only has 10 PP on Oblivion Wing, so I don't want to go into using Protects, put that idea in his head in the first place. Note that I use a Citrus Berry here. Kind of sucks that I used the Citrus Berry there, because I was going to relatively go back up to full anyways off this Oblivion Wing. We only have like 4 turns left, and you could think that I'm winning. I think that I'm winning. But the way it looks like it's going to be is the first person who crits wins. I mean, I could think about going for Tailwind and then trying to flinch him with Dark Pulse boosted by Dark Aura. I wish Dark Aura stacked, but it doesn't. As he's restoring just about as much HP as I am, but it's almost better that I'm going second at this part of the game. And there's where I get a crit. So the critical hit, oh my goodness, that's so lucky. I can't believe he hasn't gotten one yet. But it's better to go second when you're like relatively sticking around full HP, because he'll hit you, and then he'll like restore some HP and waste it because he's already at full, and then you'll hit him back, and then you'll be able to restore your full amount of HP from Oblivion Wing. So this is where he activates. Did he activate a Citrus Berry yet? Anyways, he totally had a Citrus Berry. I don't even know if you saw it, but we're both running the exact same set. The only weird thing is I have Protect, Tailwind, Dark Pulse, and Oblivion Wing. He has Heat Wave on his set somewhere, but other than that, we have the exact same set. And we're just spamming away those Oblivion Wings. I mean, I don't know what else I could have really done here other than just lock into Oblivion Wing and pray for crits. I mean, he's probably doing the same thing. I don't know. This game was just so weird that this would actually come down to this. You know, because I felt like I was in such a good spot before my Landorus got burned. And right here is where I was like, alright, I can't lose this game, right? I have so much more HP on him. How could I possibly lose? But it's just a weird game. I don't know how to actually explain it. It makes no sense to me. Oblivion Wing's gonna come out here. Well, actually, I know how I win, but I don't know what I could have done differently. There is, I think, a second crit. That's how I win the game. Multiple criterinos here, and he hasn't gotten a single one yet. At this point, he's forced into going to Dark Pulse for flinch hacks, and he gets his crit finally. He finally gets his crit. And it would have won him the game if he would have got the crit and done Oblivion Wing, because he would have put himself at like 60% health. But he doesn't get it this time, and he is going to be going down to my Yveltal. So that just goes to show that I'm really lucky. That's about it. That's all it goes to show, is that I'm pretty lucky. I made a really good turn 1 play, picking off the Ambipomp. But other than that, Smeargle was a big buzzkill. He had 2 Rayquazas on the board. That was pretty cool, but that was definitely a misplay on his part. And, I don't know, I just wanted to show this game because it was double Yveltal, like, battle, and it was double Rayquaza shenanigans. Pretty fun game overall. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.